Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to Nest of Guidance. I am filming a Mercury Retrograde reading for us today from this beautiful reading room at the Oracle. It is Friday today as I am filming this, and it is already into Mercury Retrograde. It started on November 9th, and it is November 14th today as I'm filming this, and we'll be uploading it later tonight. And I really felt this call on my heart, in my spirit, and through my own personal lived human experience within the last 9 months or so since March, with the last 3 Mercury retrogrades that we've experienced, to share why you do not need to be afraid of Mercury retrograde and how you can actually empower yourself and manifest through these energies, and to use this portal as a manifestation portal for yourself. And it is truly powerful when you tap into it in that way. This current cycle of Mercury retrograde that we're in right now, again, began on November 9th and goes all the way until November 29th. But whether you're watching this during this current cycle of Mercury retrograde, or after it, or during a different one, you can still use these energies that I'm going to be speaking of to help you manifest, to help you heal, and to help you move forward through what you're experiencing and into where you want to be. If that all sounds fantastic already, then go ahead and hit subscribe on my channel and join in as a little birdie of the Nest of Guidance. I would love that if that feels aligned and right for you to do. Let's get into this message. I will have all the card decks linked down below, as I am using the older format of reading style as I'm at Oracle right now, like I said. So check out the description for all of the card decks that I'm using today. So I first pulled from the Astro Starcodes Oracle deck the card for Mercury, which is all about messages. And Mercury is messages and communication. It's also thought and also feeling, I'm hearing intuitively. The feeling that we receive through the messages, whether that's internal messages, like how our brain is communicating to our body, how our heart is communicating to us, but also external messages, like how we speak to others, how the universe speaks to us through our experiences, and also more physical, grounded, practical forms of messages and communication, like your emails, your phone calls, your text messages. What you receive on social media and through YouTube is also very connected to Mercury, and it is connected to this messenger energy that really sends and receives all of those messages, again, including electrical signals from our brain to our body, and also through technology and electronics as well, which is why sometimes technology and electronics can go kind of on the fritz during a retrograde. And retrograde energy itself is really nothing to fear. It is an energy that you have present for you if you're watching this during a retrograde, but truly in any part of your life, that offers you the ability to review and revise and reflect upon the messages. Bouncy cards. So review, reassess, and realign and reflect upon the messages that you are receiving and that you are sending at this time. All Mercury retrograde is asking of you, all the energies that are present during a retrograde of Mercury are asking is for you to slow down, breathe, and review the messages that you are sending, that your body is sending you, that you're being sent through other people in your life, through the electronics, the communications, the technology. Review those messages. So that means before you speak, reflect. I'm hearing choose your words. This is not a time to rush. This is a time to go within realign with the best message you can put out there, the best energy you can put forward. Review where you're at in this tunnel of life and learning so that you can step forward with ease. That is the energy of all the retrogrades. They just ask you, instead of put out, it's retreat in. Go within first and then send outward, right? That's how manifestation works. As within, so without, as opposed to just whoosh out all the time, right? So review, reflect, realign, and reassess the energies that are present for you during this Mercury retrograde. Again, this is the messages you're speaking to yourself and to others, the messages you're receiving from those online. Hello, like and subscribe. And also the messages that your body is sending you, that your heart is sending you, that you're receiving from those around you and you're receiving from yourself and within. I'm hearing this message for some of us during Mercury retrograde. This is a time to ask and to review if what you're hearing internally is your spirit and intuition, or if it's your ego. If it's yelling and screaming at you, then chances are it's your ego. If it's telling you, oh, you should do this for this reward, then it's your ego. It's your past programs. It's the old messages from an old computer I'm hearing. Whereas if it's your spirit, if it's intuition, it will quietly speak to you in the present moment. You're doing great. You're on the right path. Trust, have faith, open to love. Believe. Know all is well. Those are the type of messages that your spirit sends. Your spirit and intuition, God, I'm hearing, speaks to you in the present moment for the present moment. It never offers you an outcome, entices you with temptation. So review the internal messages you're receiving right now, and review the messages that are being sent to you, that you're sending others, that you're seeing online. Even review the message of what it means if your technology is being on the fritz. This is all present to us right now with Mercury retrograde. I also have pulled forward one of the cards from the Self-Care Wisdom card deck that I know and love and that we've seen time and time again on my channel, which is the self-care to reassess. If we're in the energy of reviewing, then this is also a divinely aligned time to reassess and come back into harmony and alignment with yourself, with the messages that you're sending, that you're receiving, that you're hearing, that you're speaking. And with that self-care of reassessing and realigning, the message on the back of this card says, you have the right to change your mind. Edit what you're sending. And also edit the messages that you're receiving. Just because you're hearing or receiving a message that doesn't feel right for you doesn't mean you have to accept it. It doesn't have to, I'm hearing very clearly from Spirit right now, if it doesn't ring true for you, you do not have to accept it as truth. And if you've accepted something as truth in the past that doesn't ring true for you anymore, you have the right to change your mind and to reassess and come back into harmony and alignment, body, mind, heart, spirit, with the messages you were receiving and sending out into the universe and to those in your life. Now I'm going to go into my lovely Light Seers Tarot to pull 4 cards. This is actually a 4-card spread that I use for ritual baths when I send and receive messages from the ritual bath water, but it came through for us for Mercury retrograde in this reading as well. So I'm going to just shuffle with the intention of receiving what we are releasing, what we're transmuting, what we're manifesting, as this is a manifestation portal when used properly, and what we need to know about not just this specific Mercury retrograde, but also all and every Mercury retrograde that we have to experience for our highest good moving forward. And I'm just going to choose the cards that are on top. Woo, interesting. Wow. Interesting. So, if you've watched my full moon readings in the past, you will have heard me say over and over and over again, repeat messages are also a theme of Mercury retrograde and signs coming through from the universe. But releasing energy isn't just about releasing outdated beliefs, outdated systems, negative energy, toxic relationships. You also release what you want to receive back to you as well. And what we're releasing right now to receive is the Ace of Pentacles. New physical, tangible beginnings are coming through for us with this Mercury retrograde. New openings of health, wealth, well-being, new resources. I'm hearing cash flows coming through for us in this Mercury retrograde when we use this energy properly. This specific, before like the spirit just interrupted me, interrupted messages might also be a reason to review what you are saying or receiving, but Spirit wanted you to know that these physical manifestations are in hand, just like the pentacle is in hand in this card. But the Ace of Pentacle, in this specific Ace of Pentacle, has a 4-step manifestation formula that you can use right now during Mercury retrograde and moving forward that says visualize, attract, prioritize, act. Visualize what you want to have in hand, and you pull that energy into you. It attracts into you when you visualize it. And then you will see and feel ideas, inspiration come through for you on how to have that physical manifestation in hand. And then you prioritize what you are receiving. Prioritize the messages from Spirit, your intuition and source that you are receiving. And then you act upon them first. And that is how you get the manifestation formulas that you are releasing to receive in hand. What we're transmuting right now is really moving through into a different platform and plateau altogether through learning, potentially even through learning about Mercury retrograde, because we have here the Page of Swords. And look at, she's full in study, brilliant ideas guiding her onward. So this is letting you know that we're in a season right now with this Mercury retrograde, and with all Mercury retrogrades, that when you apply curiosity to Mercury retrograde instead of fear, when you let your brightly illuminated ideas and divine insights and light bulb moments, literally light bulb moments, guide you forward, be like, it's coming through as be solution focused as opposed to problem focused. And let that learning experience and expansion, as she is walking across like a teacher's pointing stick in this card, let that learning opportunity shift you forward into a new foundation, new plateau, new life, new understanding from what's old to what's new with Mercury retrograde energy. And then what's manifesting for us when we use this energy properly and with intention is the Four of Wands. Celebration, stability, harmony. I'm hearing family reunions, marriages. Marriages of body, mind, heart, spirit, physical marriages within relationships, good tithings, energy being sent forward into the future. I'm hearing like, have a ball. Like, enjoy the circus. If Mercury retrograde feels like a circus for you, enjoy the circus. The performers are there for you. They're not on stage for themselves. So really use this energy to review what is happening for you right now, because it can be celebratory, it can be balanced, it can be grounded, it can be joyful. I'm hearing it can be full of elation when we use it to manifest. This is Four of Wands is manifesting. What is manifesting for us? It can manifest in this way. I'm hearing happy relationships when we apply this energy properly. When we review the messages that we're sending. When we retreat and reassess and realign inward before we send outward. We manifest happy relationships, happy homes, celebration, joy, balance, stability, good tidings. Enjoying the circus. And then what we need to know, truly, 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 through this energy, which totally tunes into this self-care of reassessment during Mercury retrogrades, is the Five of Pentacles. And this is interesting because a lot of the time I think this is how a lot of people feel during Mercury retrograde. They're locked out, they're dirty, they're tired, they don't know what is, they don't know how to get through it, they're freaking out, their phones are going off the hook, they can't speak properly. I taught here on Wednesday night, and I was having problems speaking and teaching out loud, like reading out loud to my students. And so I was even in this energy a little bit. Then I was like, hold up a sec. I know how to use this energy. Just slow down. Slow down to get out of it is what I'm hearing through this card. Five of Pentacles. 5 in tarot and numerology, at its root, is the energy of change. And how much change occurs during a Mercury retrograde? How much change is occurring in the world right now? At its root, 5 is a number of change. But not a lot of people understand and tune into change as an opportunity to bring through abundance for them. When we're closed off and resistant to change, then it becomes challenge and conflict. It becomes this energy. But when we take a moment to review this message, we realize, oh wait, the key is right there. Oh wait, this energy of reviewing at Mercury retrograde is just asking me to, I'm hearing, take a look around. Because you do have the power, except the power isn't found outside of you, it's found within you. Right? The power is found in reassessing this energy of scarcity, of lack of resources, of instability, of fritzy technology, and realizing that you have the key on you. You've had the key in hand already. But if you're stuck in that energy of, Mercury retrograde, then you will never see the key because you're in that frame. When truly the key is like so close, it's like, oh look, there's the key. There's the key. Allow yourself to move forward. That is the key. Allow yourself to move forward. Allow yourself to shift your ideas, review and reassess and realign what you're telling yourself, what you're telling other people, what you're telling the universe. Reassess what you're telling the universe. Holy smokes. That is the key. Thanks, Spirit. And then you come out of it. Then you unlock the door into the abundance and the manifestations that you want. Whew, that was the joy and blessings of Mercury retrograde. I am going to pull us one more card before I end off this reading for us. Thank you again for tuning in. Check out my last reading, which was a really special 5-year anniversary reading for my anniversary as a spiritual influencer on YouTube. It is a little bit of a longer video, but there are timestamps in the description for you to choose your own adventure, as I like to say. And Again, like and subscribe. Become a birdie of the nest of guidance if it suits you. Your path is your path, and I will never force you down it in a way that you don't want to go down. But let's see, when we use this key to unlock the physical manifestations that we want in our life, I just heard release them from behind the door. This is the powerful energy that is awaiting for us when we review the energy with Mercury retrograde, when we reassess and realign, when we retreat within before we send the energy of the messages out to our life, to our people in our life, to the universe. This card on top is what is manifesting through not just this Mercury retrograde, but any and all Mercury retrogrades. Literally abundance. Literally abundance. Literally abundance. And look at, you review the messages. 20 is 2 in numerology. You review the messages. Review the messages, and it leads to abundance. Like, you review the messages and it leads to abundance. You reassess and realign and it leads to abundance is the opportunity that you have in hand with Mercury retrograde. This is why also 15 and 20 is 35. 35, 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 is the number of manifestation. You manifest through reassessment and realigning abundance into your life. Visualize, attract, prioritize, and act to receive abundance during Mercury retrograde. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive and let fortune be mine. Fortune will be yours. Thriving through Mercury retrograde 2222. Keep moving forward through the retrograde towards abundance. You have the key. You're not locked out. You just gotta keep moving forward and reassess, realign, and review the messages that you're sending, that you're receiving, that you're sharing, and that you're hearing. And abundance will be yours. Thank you so much for tuning into this magical Mercury retrograde reading. I hope that you allow it to shift your perspective and review how you've been feeling about the energy of Mercury retrograde. Again, like the video, my reading, and subscribe to become a birdie in the nest of guidance, and I will see you in my next reading. Namaste.